All right, so here we have the profit from the supply of a certain commodity is modeled as P of Q equals 72Q e to the negative 2.2 Q dollars, where Q is the number of units produced. So we're supposed to write an expression for the rate of change of profit. So basically we need to find P prime of Q. And then at what production level is the rate of change of profit equal to 0? Then we're going to set P prime of Q equal to 0. And then at what is the profit at the production level found in part B? Well, then we're going to plug in and find what P of whatever this is. So we're going to get Q equals something, and then we're going to plug in P of Q and get some value. Okay, so that's kind of our plan. And so our product. Okay, well, I'm going to say let's take 72 times Q and e to the negative 0.2 q. Okay. All right, so let's call, I don't know if we're doing this, let's call h of x is equal to the 72. Now, these are q's, so I have to use a q, I guess, instead of x. So let's put a q in here instead. And then our h, and now I guess that was probably g because I'm discombobulated here. All right, so g of q and h of q equals, and now that's e to the negative 0.2 q, okay? Now, can we take those derivatives? Well, yeah, that's not going to be too bad. G prime of q is equal to 72, and h prime of q is equal to, and now that's going to be, if we take the ln of that, that's going to come down, we'll get a negative 0.2, and then we're going to have times e to the negative 0.2 q. Okay. So part A says find p prime of q. Well, that's going to be 72 e to the negative 0.2 q plus 72 q times negative 0.2 times e to the minus 0.2 q. Okay. Now, since we are going to have to actually calculate some values, maybe in this term or this instance, we would actually multiply these together. And so 72 times 0.2 is 14.4. And so maybe what we would say is we get 72 e to the minus 0.2 q. That's going to be minus, what did I say, 14.4, and q e to the minus 0.2 q. Okay, so that is okay. And now what it says is we need to set that equal to 0 and solve for q. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it into my calculator, and we're going to get that value out from there. So we'll go over to our calculator, and we'll plug it in here. And so we had 72 e, and now we're going to have to use x, but that's okay, negative 0.2x, and then arrow down, and then minus 14.4x, whoa, 14.4x, and then e to the negative 0.2x. Now I need to graph that, and it looks like I've got something else there already, so let's turn that off for now. And so now we probably need to, let's see, 0. Okay, so actually, can we just do it without figuring out that is? I think we have to actually arrow around where the 0 is. Yeah, we have to know the left bound and right bound. So we've got to set the window. So maybe a negative 40 to, actually, we better do a negative 80 to 80. And we'll go by, I don't know, 20, and then negative 80 to 80 and 20. Now I don't know what we really need, but all right, so we have a number there, so we're good. And we should only had to go to from 0 because we knew it was going to be that. So now we're going to do the calculate, and we're going to calculate the 0. And so that's going to be maybe, that's still positive, so we'll say that. And we'll go to the right, that's negative. And so our guess is that, and it says our 0 is 5. So 5 comma 0, that's going to be our number. So we want x, or in our case, q, equals 5. So p prime of q equals 0 gives q equals 5. Okay, and it's 5 what? It's 5 units. Okay. Now C then says find P of 5. Well, that's just going to be 72 times 5 times e to the minus 0.2 times 5. And I'm just going to plug that in my hand calculator without going out to the other screen again, times 5 times e to the negative 0.2 times 5. So I get 132.436. So I'm going to say it's going to be approximately $132.44. Okay, so that's going to be the profit when Q is 5. And then that was we had to find the derivative to find kind of what our rate of change is at 0. And then we found that profit at that 0. And so that was our value there. Okay. All right, so we'll stop there and we'll come back for another one.